And welcome everyone to the show. It is jam-packed tonight. We're going to be talking about some police profiling going on. But first, we have a correction to yesterday's story about some of the history of the AOA. In there, well, let me just make the correction. The Gypsy Outlaws in Milwaukee were partying with the Chicago Outlaws for quite some time and decided to form a nation at the stroke of midnight in 1964. In Chicago, going into 65, they formed the AOA, and Milwaukee became the first chapter of the AOA. The AOA heard another club from Louisville named the Gypsy Outlaws were going to the Springfield Mile on Memorial Day 65 to race, and the brand new AOA went to the event with them. During the party, they knew they were exactly the same kind of people and partied the whole weekend, and Louisville instantly became the second chapter of the American Outlaw Association. So wanted to get that correction in real quick for everyone. That was part of Dave Walters' story. So Dave, we made that correction for you. And how's everyone doing out there today? We have a bunch of stuff going on today. Bunch of stuff. First, we got an alert from Popeye over at Texas Biker Radio. There is a travel alert in Texas. So everybody down in Texas and those who are going through it, check this out.
Good afternoon, U.S. Defender members. This is Butch Popeye Moss, Commander, Region 2, U.S. Defenders. We are sending out a motorcycle profiling alert for all bikers that live within Dallas and surrounding areas. Dallas police has been instructed to stop anyone and everyone wearing a cut. We're going to suggest to you that includes riders that are not wearing a cut. And make sure you have your house in order if you're going to drive any place or near Dallas, or maybe just the DFW area. Make sure your inspection stickers are up to date on your bike. Make sure you have an M endorsement on your license. Make sure you have your insurance card, preferably in your back pocket and not in your saddlebag. Once again, they've been instructed to get anybody and everybody into their database.
There you go. That's an alert going down in Texas, especially in the Dallas area. Dan puts 81 Birdu supporter in the house. Thanks, Dan, for that super chat. But they are getting wild down in Texas. I want to try to... I want to send a shout out to Texas Biker Radio for keeping us all up on that kind of stuff right there. Also, for you guys going over there and joining his channel. Also, Tombstone's channel. He got some subscribers last night from you guys. That was awesome. He's a good guy. I believe he has a video coming out tomorrow at 7, so check it out. But last night after the show, smoking some, 420 like I do, I was having some fun. And I went over to Black Dragon's channel and said, this dude never ever swears. So how can I get it to where he swears? Now, this is some funny shit. Check it out.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
So you the one who hit my car? Well, you left your phone number on my windshield.
Go fuck yourself.
Listen, B, you scratched my fender and busted out my taillight.
So what?
Yes, you did.
So what the fuck what?
Who your insurance company, B?
Man, go fuck yourself. I don't have time to play on the phone.
Stop yapping and listen. Yo, don't lie to me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Where the fuck? Who spit you out?
Then why'd you leave a damn note?
I didn't leave my fucking phone number. I got insurance, motherfucker. If I hit your car, it'd be paid for. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm losing my patience.
Well...
Man, what's wrong with you?
That's too bad.
I got your note right here in my own hands.
Is this a computer or some shit?
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
There we go. We got him. We got him 8 times. 8 times we got you, BD. Man, you gotta love Black Dragon, dude. He's funny as shit. Yeah, I think it's a site called prank.com, man. You just put a freaking phone number in there and you just run all kinds of pranks. It's funny. I was bored. I was high. I need to do something. So we got him swearing, guys. But also go check out PT. But also from the MPP, they just released an article today. The MPP has heavily reported on the recent trend of individuals being arrested for possession of handguns merely for membership in motorcycle clubs. This includes individuals with no criminal records and licensed, quote, licensed to carry. The MPP has even issued a travel warning. There is a travel warning for motorcyclists going through Texas right now. One such case against a member of the Banditos, Ashley Becker, in Texas, continues with a refiling of charges for unlawful carry for mere membership in a club, which authorities label a criminal street gang. Law enforcement and prosecutors should dismiss all such cases in the name of justice because they rely on an unconstitutional application of statute which ignores the basic principle of personal guilt. Personal guilt. And the cops are using Texas Penal Code 46.02, which states the statute prohibiting gang members from carrying weapons is being misapplied to individuals simply for being members of motorcycle clubs. Take Ashley Becker, who was originally charged with unlawful carry and suspicion of possessing a controlled substance in Texas in 2018. The weapon wasn't illegal. No crime was committed. He was arrested under 46.02 for being a bandito in possession of an otherwise legal weapon. The alleged controlled substance, after being tested multiple times, turned out to be inconclusive. So they basically arrested this guy for wearing a patch, and although the indictment was dismissed without prejudice on February 9th, charges were refiled against Becker on the unlawful carry charge. Don't matter that he was a concealed carry permit holder. It just mattered that he had a back patch, and they were charging him for just being that. So there's your Texas. We're in the profile. If you want to know what the 1970s biker was going through, you now can go visit Texas, and they will give it to you. They'll let you know, and they'll profile the shit out of you, let me tell you. But, well, you know, an interesting thing came out of that interview the other day with that undercover cop that dude was trying to pinch his ex-club shit off on. And he came out and said that, yes, I've seen cops commit crimes in front of me, like snatch and grabs, burglary, and all that good stuff that they tried blaming on 1%ers. So I figured I'd put together a video montage of these cops caught on cameras, and they have the nerve to profile down in Texas. They have the nerve to call bikers criminals or 1%ers criminals. So let's take a look at them, shall we?
Man, give my money, man. Give my money.
He just stole his money. He just stole his money. He just stole his money. He just stole his money. That's robbery. He just stole his money.
How you gonna take his money? How you gonna take his money?
He got get his badge number. Get his badge number. Get his badge number. Get his badge number. Get his badge number.
Right in front of everybody, this dude snatched the money.
Local police department using undercover agents to purposely plant crack cocaine in the shop of an African-American business owner, with the intention of hauling him off to prison for up to 7 years for a crime he did not even commit. But thanks to the footage captured by his store's numerous security surveillance cameras,
is.
Cocaine on the counter. Donald turns. He comes in. Places the crack on the counter. Crack, which under federal sentencing guidelines would get him 4 years in jail. Under New York.
Body cam planting drugs at crime scene. Video showing Baltimore police officer appearing to plant drugs at the scene of a crime to implicate a defendant has emerged. There was no sound during the first 30 seconds when an officer was planting the drug, as the camera saved video from that time prior to the device being.
This goes on in Chicago all the time.
I'm going to check down here. Hold on. It sounds as though laughter can be heard in the background as he begins walking down the alley back to the scene.
Let me go check here. Hold on.
See how he's acting like he's looking right now?
Was that 30? Yo.
And he found it in a cup that they just placed there. Oh, how amazing, ain't it?
Mr. Holtzclaw, this jury finds you guilty of the various counts. You will be remanded to the custody of the Oklahoma County Sheriff for formal sentencing set January 21st, 2016 at 10 o'clock a.m.
This is that cop that raped all them women, man. Look at them crying like a little bitch.
Six Philly police officers are facing serious criminal charges after there was some evidence indicating that they did really bad illegal things. Let me give you some examples. Between 2006 and 2012, the officers are being charged with beating, kidnapping, and stealing more than $500,000 in drugs, cash, and property from suspects. Now, these are specifically cops that are working for the narcotics unit, so they would do raids without warrants. Say the charges against them include stories of dangling suspects from balconies, locking them in hotels.
This is the kind of stuff that cop was talking about in that interview we just did. This exactly is what he was talking about. We call them snatch and grabs.
Say they were in a situation where they were able to obtain $64,000 worth of money, drug money, they would only report like $7,000. So what happened to the rest of it? Now, 5 of the officers are facing life in prison if they are convicted on 26 of these charges. The 6th cop, John Spicer, faces about 40 years behind.
You think they're going to look good in makeup?
Breaks down in tears after learning his sentence. In an unprecedented sentence for a Houston officer, the jury handed Abraham Joseph life in prison.
Convicted of rape, many were shocked.
The jury had a wide range of options. The defense asking for as little as probation, prosecutors asking for life in prison.
Yes, they were asking for probation.
Abraham Joseph, the latter, stunning everyone in the courtroom, but most certainly the accused.
Assess his punishment at confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for life.
Abraham Joseph stood stunned, then stared at each member of the jury. His wife collapsed in the arms of another family member, and then the ex-cop and convicted rapist began to cry. But if he was shocked, his attorney was not.
I'm not surprised by the sentence in light of the accusations that came out in punishment.
After he was convicted of 2 forced sex.
Even his attorney didn't like his ass.
The jury heard testimony from 4 more women who say they were his victims too. That he used his role as a cop to force illegal immigrants to have sex by threatening them with arrest or deportation.
What he was doing out there, he would continue to do had it not been for the one victim that came forward in this case.
Abraham Joseph is now in the Harris County Jail awaiting transfer to a state prison, and he's looking for a new attorney to help him with his appeal.
New tonight, 3 jail guards find themselves on the other side of a jail cell accused of murder. The Santa Clara sheriff says they killed 31-year-old Michael Tyree, a homeless, mentally ill inmate, last week. He was found naked on the floor of his cell in the San Jose jail, covered in feces and vomit. The sheriff called his death violent and cowardly.
Yeah, they're about to see that when they get there.
For petty theft, he was waiting to be sent to a mental health facility.
Hey, Roseanne, they've been charged with felony perjury, accused of providing false testimony and lying about how they handled a drug bust in Glenview. This dash cam video holds all the evidence. It shows police pulling over a man in 2013. He's immediately handcuffed. Then officers take him to the back of the squad car before searching the car and finding drugs. Officers testified in court that they saw a pound of marijuana just lying openly in the back seat in plain view, and that is why they arrested him. A judge said the video proves the officers lied.
Right here in Chicago, that is classic planning right there.
Chicago Police Sergeant James Padar, Chicago Police Officer William Pruenti, Chicago Police Officer Vince Morgan, and Glenview Police Officer James Horn. Last year, that man successfully sued the 4 officers. He and his lawyer shared why.
They said that when they approached Joe, they asked him some questions. They asked him if he had any drugs. According to the police, Joe said, yes, we have drugs in the back. According to them, they then took Joe to the back, searched the car with his permission, according to the police, whereupon they saw the drugs lying in plain view.
If it could happen to me, it could honestly happen to anybody. And I just happen to be one of the lucky few that has a video that proves that they were wrong.
This is why you always have to have a camera on you.
Imagine just how disturbing this would be, frightening for somebody to be walking along and see a deputy slumped over the wheel, knocking on the window trying to get him to wake up, and you can't wake him up. The police are not saying much about this case, just giving us the bare minimum, but we do know sheriff's deputies arrested one of their own right here last night. Obtained a letter from Sheriff John Urquhart to his staff, which reads, unfortunately, a King County Sheriff's Office deputy was arrested on New Year's Eve for physical control. Alcohol did not appear to be the issue, but drugs most likely were. We're told the deputy was arrested by Bellevue officers last night after he was eventually awakened. A drug recognition expert determined there was sufficient evidence the officer, a 46-year-old, 15-year veteran of the sheriff's office, was under the influence of some type of narcotic. Now he's on paid administrative leave and will have a lot of questions to answer.
Good evening to you. Our top story tonight. A Haskell police officer has been fired after being arrested for multiple charges, including sexual assault.
You notice they're always arrested for sex crimes, these cops? Always.
Kids get out of their second day of school. Right across the street, the Haskell Police Department. Their officers helping direct traffic.
We put our safety in this department over here across the street, and I'm just glad it was found out as quick as it was.
On Monday, one of those officers arrested for sexual assault involving a juvenile. 32-year-old Kyle Vaughn also facing 2 child pornography charges.
I think it's horrible what he's done. I don't think he has the right to be around any children.
No, they should shoot the son of a bitch, because anybody that harms a kid or does this kind of shit, they should be shot, or you know what, better yet, go medieval on their freaking asses. You know, tear out their freaking intestines, let them hang a little bit. Yeah, that's what sex offenders need right there.
Ladies have been arrested. This is a news conference with the U.S. Attorney's Office. We expect to hear from U.S. Attorney John Brownlee. Let's listen in live.
This week, a federal grand jury for the Western District of Virginia returned a 48-count indictment charging 20 individuals, including 13 current and former members of the Henry County Sheriff's Office, a former probation officer for Henry County, and a former employee of the United States Postal Service, with multiple violations of federal law, including racketeering, illegal narcotics trafficking, theft of firearms, possession of stolen firearms, money laundering, making false statements, perjury, and obstruction of justice. According to the 48-count indictment, since 1998, sworn officers, employees, and associates of Henry County
since 1998, people,
to steal illegal drugs, firearms, and contraband from the seized evidence property room.
Yeah, there you go, everyone. There you go. And have you heard any of them going to be charged with RICO? They're especially, you know, those 6 cops with the drug bust and this guy in 98. Come on. Really? This is the police, as we say in Chicago. And they're going around in Texas right now, profiling the shit out of bikers, taking away their Second Amendment rights just because they wear a patch. You need to get involved in this fight. This is why once, twice a week we talk about motorcycle profiling, because it is a huge issue for us right now. And you know what? Right now in Texas, them dumbwits cops, they probably don't know what a club patch is compared to maybe a hog patch. So you're going down the freaking highway, you're a hog member, next thing you know, you're getting pulled over, you're being put in a database. But this is what cops don't want you to see. They'll make all kinds of excuses. Yeah, you know, we don't like the bad cops. Yeah, we try to get rid of bullshit. You hide them is what you do. You're worse than the Catholic Church with these priests and these kids. Cops hide these people. That's why the state of California is suing the media right now, because they got their hands on a freaking list of 12,000 suspected bad cops. What the hell is 12,000 cops still doing on the freaking job? Are you kidding me? Come on, you're supposed to be in law enforcement, and I just seen one of the things in the chat room right now. You're damn right, cops are supposed to be a safe haven for kids. Instead, they're getting child porn charges, they're getting charged with rape, Jesus Christ, and they're going around calling one percenters gangs? Everything you've seen here, and this was a little quick little damn video of them taking people's money. The first one, dude, he just robbed that shit in the plain freaking sight, man. Right there on camera. The second one, where he was trying to set up the freaking shop owner, boom, just put the crack right there. I guess he don't understand that there's cameras all over the freaking place. So it's not only important for bikers to get out there and fight this, but citizens, and this next one is the reason why. This is some scary shit.
Sometimes targeted by their own government, and now leaked documents from a government source show their fears were warranted.
So these documents show federal agencies have been collecting and compiling detailed information on American citizens. NBC7 Investigates reporter Mari Payton is here with more on this exclusive investigation.
American citizens.
The internal database were provided to NBC7 by a Homeland Security source. Individuals on the list include journalists, an attorney, and dozens of others labeled by the U.S. government as an organizer or instigator. They all have a connection to the migrant caravan at the San Diego-Mexico border. Customs and Border Protection did not deny the database exists and defended its use. In December 2018, a migrant caravan from Honduras was heading toward the Tijuana-San Diego border. While those migrants made their way toward the San Ysidro port of entry, so did immigration advocates, attorneys, and journalists, including freelance photojournalist Ariana Dressler.
I shoot wide a lot, but I do shoot a lot of portraits.
Dressler estimated she had crossed the border from San Ysidro dozens of times for work.
I was very transparent about what I was doing. If I was asked by an agent what was I doing, I would tell them I was photographing at the shelters.
But in the month that followed her coverage of the caravan, Dressler said she and other journalists became targets of intense inspections.
There goes your First Amendment rights in the United States.
The U.S. government was monitoring them closely. These documents given to NBC7 show their concerns are warranted. NBC7 Investigates discovered Dressler listed in a secret database. The source tells us it is only accessible by agents from Customs and Border Protection, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the U.S. Border Patrol, and the FBI.
I don't understand why.
The title page labels the individuals listed as, quote, suspected organizers, coordinators, instigators, and media tied to the migrant caravan. Those individuals include 10 journalists, a U.S. attorney, and 47 people from the U.S. and other countries. The documents show their photo, often from their past.
10 journalists, just like under the Obama administration.
Also includes information like date of birth and their role in connection to the caravan. Our source says each person's file also included a dossier with even more details. NBC7 Investigates was only able to view one such dossier that included a description of the person's car, mother's name, work, and travel history. The documents also show officials placed alerts on most of the individuals' passports. Some have an X over their photo, indicating whether they were arrested, interviewed, or had their visa or Sentry Pass revoked. Those alerts kept at least 3 photojournalists and an attorney from entering Mexico to work. A Customs and Border Protection spokesperson did not answer NBC7's questions about the database, but by email the spokesperson said in part, quote, Criminal events such as the breach of the border wall in San Diego are routinely monitored and investigated by authorities. It is protocol following these incidents to collect evidence that might be needed for future legal actions. Dressler says she has nothing to hide, no agenda, other than to cover social and political issues happening around the world.
I personally, too, because I don't understand what people are hoping to find. I don't know. I have so many questions. I have more questions than answers.
Late this afternoon, 5 days after CBP gave us their statement, they are now telling our colleagues at NBC News the names in the database are all people who were present during violence that broke out at the border in November, and they are being tracked so the agency can learn more about what started it.
Yeah, sure. There's your government at work for you all, guys. You better worry about them First Amendment rights that you have, because the government is tracking the shit out of you. That's why that thing with Snowden was so huge, is because the NSA they track everything they're tracking us right now. All your messages, all your phone calls. It ain't a conspiracy theory, it's been proven fact. So, yeah, that's why this is scary that the cops are out there profiling like they are. They're getting a free hand and doing whatever the hell they want to trample your rights, and unless you fight back, it's going to get worse. Because, there was a poll today that over half of the new generation believes in socialism. And that's going to be the big campaign issue in 2020, is if this country wants to go to socialism or stay the way we are as a republic. So some serious fighting to do out there. So get over on Bikers United, go over to Texas Biker Radio, get involved with MPP, Motorcycle Profiling Project, and fight for those rights, man. Sitting on the computer ain't going to do nothing. Get on the phone, write letters, go to events, start really getting involved. But we got a special guest tonight, and her second appearance on the Madhouse. And she's going to be talking a little bit about Sunday. She's going to be doing her first live show. We got China now. Come on, China. Get your ass over here.
Why don't I get a sound effect?
Got to talk real tight in this microphone, man. We don't got that little snowball we've been using. So how you doing?
I'm good.
You excited to do your first live show?
Yeah, I am. I actually very much. I can't wait to do it. Not quite sure the topic yet. I've been asking the ladies on my page what kind of ideas they had, and so far the only idea they came up with was breakups.
Breakups?
Yeah.
Breakups. What are you, like one of them Go Abby people now?
It seems like it.
What kind of topics you want to hear about from China now? Hey, everybody's saying hi to you. How you guys doing out there? So what kind of topics you think you guys want to talk with China about? You want to talk about, breakups, or do you want to talk about a women's view of the biker life, or whatever else that you guys can throw at us? Because, this Dear Abby stuff, man, you're on the throttle. She does have her own channel, though. It is called China Chat, and I'll actually put the link into the description box. She's only got a few subscribers, so she's doing this shit to me.
I have 9. 9. I look at how many he has. I'm so jealous.
Well, it takes a while to build up a channel, man. Ask Tombstone. Tombstone out there, he just say the same thing to you, man. It takes time to build a channel.
I'm impatient. I'm a woman.
No shit. So what do you think about this government freaking taking, a database of reporters? They're actually spying on these people.
I think it's ignorant, and they got better things to do with their time and their taxpayers' dollars.
You're not too political.
No.
No. You leave that to me all the time.
Yeah, I'm very politically incorrect, I guess you could say.
What's some of the issues that mean a lot to you? You got to get closer to me.
Unless I unplug everything. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. That interests me? Pretty much a lot of things interest me, not politics. I could totally go without politics. I'm not a fan of anything going on as far as politics go.
Well, Dan puts, let's see here. What's Dan put? Dan the man. Hey, Dan, your woman let you out. That's cool. Let's see here. I'm sorry, Carla. Women's view of the biker life. I don't do breakups anymore.
I haven't done breakups in close to 20-something years, so I can give my expertise advice on what happened in the past, but as far as the present, I've been with him forever and a day, so haven't been able to do it.
Working Man asks, what's your channel?
China Chat.
China Chat. China Chat's her channel. Hollywood just want you to close to him. Oh my God, sometimes I wish I had a fucking mouth between us, but go ahead anyway. She had to be in the room tonight when I got a call from the Harley Davidson dealer. I'm having cam chain tensioners replaced and shit like that. And they tried to give me a $1,300 freaking price. And here I go look up the parts at $509, and I'm going to put a boot in their ass when I call them tomorrow about this shit. But she was in the room with me, and yeah, she deals with a lot of bullshit from me. But
All the time.
Yeah, all the fucking time.
And if I'm not in the room, I can hear him in the other room anyways. It's not a big deal.
But how you liking doing the videos and stuff so far? You did 2.
Yeah, I've done 2 videos. One was extremely personal because it had to do with me and the fun situation I've been going through for, I don't know, 9 years now because of gastro bypass. And then the second one was kind of pretty much about you.
Rock on, rock on. I like it when it's about me. You know, I got to have the spotlight. That's what I'm here for. I like the spotlight. But anyway, you know, China's came aboard the Madhouse and doing her own channel is because I like to see more women get involved. After looking at the demographics, we're like at 2% women, and there's a lot of sausage fucking jerking going on, man. Let me tell you, there's not a lot of women in here, but there's a lot of this going on here. So we really got to solve that problem and get more women in this, you know, on this show. So women, you got to get out there and let your friends know. Join the Madhouse. We got China that is co-anchoring a couple times a week, and watch her show, man. Get over there, subscribe to the channel. You're gonna like it. She's goofy. She, you know, too goofy for me. You know, I'm more of the serious type where she's the goofy ass. But I was gonna have her in her own set and stuff like that. She's over here crying. You can't put baby in the corner like this is fucking Dirty Dancing or some shit like that. When hey, I need my space over here behind the thing. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. But before we go, I was sent this pic today. This is from JB. Look at that freaking bike, man. I'm telling you, ain't she freaking pretty? Holy shit, is she gorgeous. Wow. You know, hell of a job, JB. We also got some other features coming up on some other bikes, because we're going to get into that as well. But remember, you guys, get involved in this fight that we're having out there with the police departments, with all this motorcycle profiling. And really appreciate watching the show. And next week, hopefully, we'll have the phone line going. We'll get some more chats going. Again, go over there and subscribe to Texas Biker Radio, Tombstone, China Chat. Thanks for all the super chats. And Dan, I'm glad your old lady let you out to play. Okay?
Yay, Dan!
I'll talk to you guys all later, and you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching Motorcycle Madhouse Live. We're on Monday through Friday from 7 to 7:30. Check out some of these videos of our archives. Get to know us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We appreciate all your support. We'll see you next time.